COVID-19 has shown me the alarming number of people who want all the benefits of living in a society, but don't really have the empathy to give a fuck about anyone else in that society. When you can do such as simple things like wearing a face mask, socially distance, wash your hands, and stay home if you're sick to benefit society by reducing the spread of COVID-19, and you don't, then I question the amount of empathy you have. The betterment of the society you live in is a greater purpose than your individual freedom to be a dickhead. If you don't care about the good of the society you live in, then don't fucking live in one. Quit your job, move out into the woods, take care of your own health, and be a hermit. You don't get to have all the advantages of belonging to a society, but refuse to help that society when times are tough. That makes you a selfish wanker, not someone fighting for your freedom. I love wearing masks in public. I don't know if anyone has said this yet, but I love it because I get to smile, laugh, and talk to myself underneath my mask without anyone thinking I'm crazy. Edit. Thanks for the awards. Smile. No one came to my party. I spent the whole month and a good chunk of money planning a fun Halloween party. I even organized a whole escape room in my house. No one came. I invited so many people. Some had the decency to cancel. Most just didn't show. All of the food and drinks I made went to waste. I don't even feel sad, just empty. I don't know how I'll manage to clean everything up tomorrow without breaking down. Edit. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who commented on my post. I'm absolutely blown away by all the love it's received, especially those who wanted to attend my guest-less party, haha. One of my close friends did end up making it, so at least one person tried my haunted escape room. Thanks to a good night's sleep and waking up to all these wonderful comments. I'm feeling a bit better this morning and definitely not as down as I was last night. To those of you who commented about experiencing similar situations, I'm so sorry, because it really does suck. Just remember that your feelings are valid and tomorrow is a new day. Thank you all so much again for the love you showed this post. It really made my day. I've never posted on this sub before, so hopefully this update is okay. My 19-year-old daughter called me while almost blackout drunk. I'm glad. My daughter called me almost blackout drunk. She asked for help and told me where she was. I didn't waste a second getting to where she was. She was at an abandoned racetrack with her friends, who were all obviously tipsy if not blackout. One of her friends, M, whom I know very well, told me that they had just wanted to do some very light drinking as a celebration for all passing their final. Several of them took extra classes over the summer to get ahead in their college classes. A friend whom they don't know well personally, but is trusted by other mutual friends, also took the classes and offered to bring the alcohol, then left very early. The girls didn't feel the effects of the alcohol until it was too late and were very drunk, some blackout. I'm proud that my daughter called me. I was able to work with them and got all the girls in my car and took them to my house where they are all safe and sleeping. I contacted their parents letting them know they are staying here tonight. It started storming, so none of them opposed. I grew up in a household where I wasn't able to do anything and was scared to tell my parents anything. I often got myself into dangerous situations and ended digging a deeper hole because I had no one to fall back on. One situation was especially dangerous and led to me unable to use or have any feeling in 3 of my fingers on my left hand and a permanent limp. Once they wake up, I'll have a talk with them all and decide what to tell their parents. But I'm so happy my daughter's first instinct was to call me, not worry about hiding this from me. I'm so proud of how she handled the situation, and I know she'll learn from this. I'm currently crying on the couch because after I told my husband and we had a long talk, he told me that he once overheard our younger daughter's friends agree that they all felt I'm one of the first people they all think of to call when something seems weird or dangerous happens. My dad has beaten coronavirus. It's been a heavy month. My dad, a true, loving, hard-working role model of mine, came down with coronavirus roughly a month ago from a co-worker. Ever since the diagnosis, I had to relocate to a relative's house after being tested, and the only contact came over the phone, so it was kinda rough. Either way, he fought through it with stride. Big props to my mom for being a loving wife and trooper for helping my dad recover. Even as he was in quarantine, he exercised healthily and kept good spirits. I don't think that I could have been as strong as he was. Please take care of yourselves and stay safe. Remember that someone loves you and wants to see you well. It's been a rough quarantine period, but I promise that this will pass and the best is yet to come. Much love and well wishes. Take care. I hate being a mom. I don't even have the mental energy to type this, but I need to get this off my chest, so I'll just begin and see what happens. My son is 12 and autistic with extreme anger and emotional dysregulation and sensory issues. I'm alone with him. His father doesn't care. I love my son. He is, at his core, a sweet and smart kid. But sometimes he is like a completely different person. He's destructive, breaks everything, screams like a banshee, and he's aggressive. He says he wants to kill me, and I believe he will. I believe his anger will take over, and he won't be able to control it, and he'll be bigger and stronger than me. I fear for whatever future relationships he might have. I fear he might hurt someone. I fear he will take his own life. I have tried different programs and therapies and medication. He is on waiting lists, but services and resources are lacking where I live. I often feel like I just want to give him up, but I know I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I did. It's all very depressing. I think about suicide most days. I don't want to die, but I fantasize about the escape. Sometimes I just stare out at the water and imagine drowning. I research easy ways to die. I'm not going to, but just thinking about it makes me feel better, knowing there is a way out of this. I know it's not healthy, and I need help too. I just feel stuck, like I'll never be able to get ahead in life, like I don't even have a life of my own. I hate being a mom. My son thanked me today. Sometimes my son's 15 friends will come over, 2 some days even 7 of them will hang out here, playing video games in his room, or just chat and play guitar. Sometimes I'll order them pizza, other times I just cook bigger portions for dinner. I made sure they ask their parents' permission if they want to stay late here, and provide them with my number. I heard from my son today that one of his friend's parents is a single mother and his dad just got out of jail for domestic violence towards his mother. His mother is a good mother, but often falls on hard times. My son said his friend feels welcomed and safe here, so he thanked me. IDK, I feel relieved. Just warm meals and a simple greeting and a smile can make that teenage boy feel that way. My rapist's father apologized to me. I, 16F, just wanted to tell someone about this, but not anyone in my life, because I'm really just sick of talking to people about this topic. So I don't really want to get into all the details of what happened, but last year I was raped by my ex-boyfriend. My mother and I reported it to the police and talked to the district attorney, but they said there wasn't enough evidence to bring a case against him. So nothing actually happened to him as far as consequences, except that for a while we had a restraining order against him, and he had some restrictions about where he was allowed to go on our school campus, so he wouldn't be around me. Other than that, it was just a lot of drama for nothing. Since then no one has really talked about it. Yesterday our school had a parents' night related to something our class is planning. I noticed that my ex-boyfriend's parents were there because his mother kept giving me and my mother really shitty looks, which makes sense because I'm pretty sure that she thinks that I was lying about everything that I said happened. But then at one point I was in the hallway by myself and my ex-boyfriend's dad came up to me and said, "Sorry to bother you. I just wanted to tell you something. I know I'll probably never know the full story of whatever happened between the two of you, but I wanted to say that I'm sorry for whatever my son did. I always thought you were a nice kid, and I hope things go well for you in life." And then he walked away before I really had a chance to say anything. I'm not really sure how to explain why, but it honestly meant a lot to me that he bothered to say that. I just felt like telling somebody, but I really didn't want to bring all this up to anyone again. So thanks for reading. If anyone did. My wife beats me. Last night my wife attacked me. No argument lead up to it. She asked for the phone charger and I asked what percentage she was on, then she slapped me, tried to jump on top of me. I was laying down on the bed. Then she scratched me, tried to elbow me, and when I tried to grab her hand so she would stop hitting me, she tried to bite a chunk out of my forearm. It's like I was fighting an animal. If you looked at her you would never believe this happened. She isn't even 5 foot tall, and she is a little blonde hair blue-eyed white lady. I made her emergency meeting with our therapist. We've been seeing one ever since I got out of the army, and she admitted to everything. I could tell my therapist didn't really believe me until she just admitted to it. I'm confused and staying with my mom right now. I was happily married once, and I'm just feeling lost right now. My entire family is dead. I can't celebrate Christmas. My parents are dead. My one brother is dead. Both of my parents were only children. I have no traceable extended family. I don't have a partner or children. I don't have friends. This is the first Christmas that I'm not able to celebrate since my brother died in February. I'm so alone. Edit. Thank you all for your support. It means a great deal to me. Edit 2. The number of comments overnight has been overwhelming. I'm deeply appreciative of all of your words. I've begun the adoption hunt for a dog, as suggested by you. Forget about it. I'll be deleting Reddit, and I'll update everyone in about 1 month. Happy holidays. My 28M wife 32F keeps throwing divorce in my face over everything. I just agreed and left. I'm currently staying with my sister. My wife and I have been together for 5 years, married for 4. We had known each other 4 years prior. We have 1 kid together who is 4. I'm the primary breadwinner in the house as she is a SAHM. It was her choice not to go back to work. For the last year and a half, we have been having arguments about 1 to 2 times a month. To be clear, I do help out with our daughter. I clean, cook, and am involved with both of them. The first time she said she wanted a divorce was when we got into an argument, when my sister called and asked if she could stay with us for a bit as she was having relationship problems. Ironic. I said she could. My wife was not happy about that. I pointed out that her friend stayed with us a couple of months prior for 5 weeks and didn't do anything around the house. Plus she was just there. No discussion, no nothing. She was a stranger to me and my daughter. My sister is lovely and has a great relationship with our daughter, and I thought my wife was as well. She ended up staying with us for a week, helping out around the house, cooking, cleaning, and watching our daughter when needed. I thought we both forgave each other and moved on. The fights are usually over something small. 90% are not started by me. I have suggested therapy and counseling, but she always said she never needed it. Well, I had it last night. She picked a fight saying I was spending too much time at work, and that she feels abandoned, and that I'm not a good father. Ended her rant with I want a divorce. I stood up and told her that the only reason I work so much is because she can't stop spending my edit. At the time of the argument I used our money. Typing it out, it came out as my money on accident. We agreed to split the money into bills, future savings, future daughter, and fun money. Money on things we don't need or use. She refused to get a job or go to school to help her out. I provide for the family. For my daughter, I'm always at her important dates, functions, doctor's appointments, anything she needs. She refused to get help through therapy or counseling. I don't want this anymore. I'll have my lawyer send her the papers when she writes it up. I got my daughter's things and left with her to my sister's. It has been 2 days and she keeps calling and texting saying she is sorry. She didn't mean it. She wants to go to counseling and therapy. She needs me. She misses me, etc. I don't know what to do. I love her. She is a good mother, but I can't do this anymore. Internet strangers, please help. Yes, I have a lawyer. For my family and work. I have known her since I was a teen. My 19M uncle committed suicide so I could go to college. He raised me ever since my parents lost custody of me and went to prison. I knew he had cancer but didn't know he'd do this until I went home one day and found him in his chair, gun in his hand, blood pouring out of his temple. He left a letter telling me he planned this for some time now and that he had enough money for me to go to college, but that if he underwent treatment, he wouldn't have enough money left. Before he killed himself, we talked about my future, and I told him that I'll do as many part-time jobs as I can and take out a loan if I have to. But in his letter he said that he knew it wouldn't be enough and that he didn't want me to go into debt. He left me everything in his will. He said that if he was alive I'd insist on using that money for his treatment. It's been a year now and I'm still living in the same house, typing this from the same chair where I found him. I still don't know how to live with myself. I have no one now. I should have known he was lying about going to the hospital for treatments, but I was stupid. I was dumb and failed to prevent this, and I don't know how to move on.